Bam, we're live. Go Canada. I cannot get used to this channel. Yeah, me neither. Good morning, Slater. I can't get used to it either. What are we gonna do? I had I hope I can pronounce her name right. Carianne? Carianne? I wonder if it's Carianne? She's from Canada. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. She was just on here just a second ago, and then we had a slight internet issue. So I think she's gonna pop back on here a second. She's the owner of Deka CrossFit. Top 10, top 20 for open signups. I'm enjoying talking to the affiliates again. God, it'd been a while. I think we used to have an affiliate series, right? I was trying to do one a week. Then I slipped off. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Ortega. Good morning, Mr. Birchfield. Let's see if she's going to try again here. There she is. Okay.
You can hear me now. Yes. Oh, there you go.
Either one of our internets was doing something weird. But your picture looks very crisp.
Yeah. I can see like very good, but I can try to change the internet if you want.
You're good. I think you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Will you say your name for me?
So in English it's Carianne, or you can say Carrie if it's easier.
How do they say it? And what do your parents call you? What's your mom say?
Carianne. It's French. It's more French.
Yeah, say it one more time.
Carianne.
Like a Cathian?
Yeah, well, it's an R, so Carianne.
Oh, Carianne.
Yeah, there you go.
Carianne.
Yeah.
What about your members? What do they call you?
They call me Carrie. Even some of them call me Caca.
They call you what? Some of them call you what?
Caca. It's shit in French.
Oh, Caddy. That sounds like something your husband would say when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Caddy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. With that tone, it's pretty much the same.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I just finished coaching a class. We were doing the 20.2 workout of the open, so it was pretty exciting to be coaching workout of the open, starting the open season. So yeah, it's always cool, and like seeing the members a little bit excited, and the new ones that have no idea coming in what the open is, explaining all of that. So yeah, it was fun.
And you are my morning's been great. Well, I've only been up for a little while. I've only been up an hour.
Yeah,
and my house is quiet. All the kids are sleeping.
That's good.
You are the owner of Deka CrossFit.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Looks like a great gym, and it looks like you have a great crew at your gym.
Yeah, I've been the owner for 7 years now. So I bought the gym 7 years ago with Michelle Letown, which a lot of people know. We co-owned a gym for 2 years, and during the pandemic, she got more concentrated on the Deka comp side. So I bought the gym fully to myself. So it's been 5 years now that I'm pretty much alone doing it. And it's fun. Yeah. And yes, I have a very cool crew, and it's growing. So it's kind of cool to see that CrossFit is still alive, and more people and different community of people are doing it now.
Kari.
Yes.
So the first 2 years of the gym, you co-owned it with Michelle.
Yeah.
Who we all know. And then this last 5 years, you've been just on your own as she moved more into the competition side and the programming side.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's cool. You're doing it. And in what city is the gym in? It says Blainville. Where is that?
Yeah, Blainville, it's at Quebec, so Canada, Quebec. So it's the French part of Canada. So that's why you can hear my accent. And Blainville is a little bit more North Shore of Montreal.
Okay, so you're on the what in the U.S. we call the East Coast. You're 3 hours ahead of me. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And what time did you get up this morning?
6 with my kids.
So you've already had a long day. You've had a full day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a perfect. So now you can see me like a little bit more with energy and like pumped. So it was a perfect hour for me.
How many kids do you have?
I have two kids. They're 11 months apart, both at school now. So for 1 month, they have the same age, which is pretty crazy. My daughter was born 1 month after I bought the gym 7 years ago. And my son was born 11 months after. They were not planned, but a beautiful surprise. And they never went to daycare. So they're basically raised and born at Deka. They were with me every single day. Two days after I gave birth, they were at the gym, hanging out checks to the paycheck to the coaches and doing all those stuff. So they're very like a big part of the community, and I think they helped me grow the gym in the way I wanted to because Deka was very competitive when I bought it. It was with Michelle, who's a CrossFit Games athlete, which would make sense. Um, but I have a background in early childhood education, so I always love being around kids and families and stuff. So I think that having my kids all the time at the gym helped me grow that side of the gym. And now, like, there's so many kids, families, mom working out that I think it really helped me change the image a little bit of Deka CrossFit over the years.
Boy, that was awesome. I have a lot of questions.
Yes, go.
They're both your kid. You birthed these kids?
Yes,
These are
yes,
your kids,
yes.
and you had them
I
11
know.
months apart.
Yes, yes.
First,
It
first,
was pretty intense.
first, I want to say there's nothing better than having kids who are close in age. I mean, it is
Yeah.
so kudos to you for doing that. But
Thank you.
how you so and you said they weren't planned. My twins weren't planned, but
Mhm.
so did you think that you couldn't get pregnant because you were breastfeeding or something, or you were so close to the first one coming, or you just didn't think you could get pregnant again?
Well, actually, like before I was really into the CrossFit world, I was aerobic teacher, so like Zumba, spinning, all of those like body pump classes, and I used to give those classes like 28 to 35 hours per week. So I
Uh-huh.
was very, very lean. So I didn't have my period for about 8 years.
Wow.
So the doctor would tell me like you will have problem getting pregnant and this and that, but like I was just enjoying myself. It was my work. I loved to do what I was doing. And quite frankly, I wasn't looking to have someone in my life. I was just very busy. And then when I concentrated in CrossFit, I was coaching at one gym in the morning and then at Deka in the afternoon. Saturday was at Deka, Sunday was at the other gym. So I was coaching 7 days a week like crazy. I was just loving it. And then my boyfriend came into my life, and 3 months that we were together, 3 months that my daughter was actually born, and I never had the period before. So it was pretty like mind blowing that I got pregnant. Um, and then right after I was breastfeeding, still didn't get a period, and then my son was born. So after that, we stopped
This
touching
is
each
a
other.
this is a great story.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And honestly, like for years I didn't understand why I got pregnant, like without really knowing like the father. And like we were very lucky that it fit, and we are still together today. But I was like, I wanted to grow the gym and then grow my family. Like that was the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
And the opportunity of buying Deka came when I knew I was pregnant, and I was like, I can't say no to that. Like I don't want the gym to close, and I want to be part of it. And he was nice enough to say like, let's go, we're doing it, and we'll figure it out.
Well,
Um,
hey, I just want to give you a pat on the back for having good radar and good mate choice, so that
yeah,
when
thank
something
you.
happened like that, it's a
Yeah,
testament to you having good radar and knowing
yeah,
you picked a man and the situation arose, and I'm sure it was a trip, but you guys
yeah.
both stepped up and you're doing it. It's a true testament to your judgment. It really
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And then when the pandemic hit, my kids were, I think Ivy was about to be 2 years old, and Nate was, no, I think he wasn't even 1 years old. So he was 6 months, and she was 18 months, and the pandemic hit, and I kind of understand why life gave me two kids, because the gym was so much of like a big part of my life, and it helped me outgrow my anxiety, and like being around people was all I wanted. That when everything shut down, and in the morning I was waking up to babies that wanted their milk, changing diapers, I had so much going on with them that it made me not be so depressed about the gym closing for so long. So in my head, I was like, you know what? I need to embrace this time with them. I am at him at home. We were going to the gym still, but like there was nobody at the gym. So just having these little cuties walking and running at the gym like freely didn't like hurt me too much, because just walking in an empty gym every day was pretty hard. So having them over there, like trying to do pull-ups, playing with the ropes, it kind of helped me outgrow the situation. And I think it gave me the motivation to keep going, because I wasn't too depressed, because they were so happy.
Yeah.
So I think that life like put you at the right spot at the right place, and they were perfectly at the right spot at the right place. So it just helped me think positive for the pandemic, and I was stronger to be there for my community as well.
Um, I was looking at your post. It's a great post, and you list out it's like your accomplishments for the year, and it's wild.
Yeah,
368 workouts, you know, dozen charity events, money rate. It's a great post. And one of the
thank
things you
you.
said in there is something about crying that your son went to school. He
Yeah,
started school. Um, if you raised him in the gym, did you consider just keeping him? Like, hey, just raise him in the gym. Like, don't just homeschool him.
yeah,
One of my kids was in school. He was in kindergarten during the pandemic, and then we
yeah,
brought him home, and then I just ended up homeschooling all 3, and then we had 2 more kids, and I ended up just homeschooling all 3 kids.
yeah.
Did you think about doing
Um,
that? Just raising them in the gym and
yes, I thought of it in terms of like I know that they're super happy here and everything. It's
and
just
there's a ton to learn there, right? Socialization, they can learn how the money comes in and out. They can build all of these real life skills.
yeah, they are business owners already. Like when
Yeah.
people don't put their boots at the right place in the gym, they're gonna be the first one to tell you and be like, "How can you not put your boots in the rack for the boots?" So
Yeah.
yeah, no, they're pretty
Multilingual,
awesome.
I'm guessing already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And it's crazy to see them talk with so many different people, so many different cultures, so many different age as well, because we
Yes.
have babies at the gym and we have 70 years old at the gym, and they're so like interested in every single one that comes. And the first year that my daughter was at school and my son was with me, because they didn't get in at the same time, every time she was coming to the gym at the weekend, she was like, I didn't know her. And like she would go and see like, hey, like, are you new here? Like, what's your name? What's your job? Like, she would be like automatically wanted to go and see and greet the new people. So it's pretty amazing to see how they can develop so much. And they got in a school which is a private school here in Quebec, where there's 3 or 4 times a week sports program. There's cooking classes. There's arts classes. They even do like theater stuff. There's different kind of stuff that make me think of, yes, I want to keep them with me, but the thing is, the gym got so much bigger. I also work for CrossFit Canada, which I'm alone doing it, and I'm pretty much the one with like the more educational skills. My boyfriend is awesome. He's an awesome dad, but his patient is a little less than me.
Yeah,
So
mine too.
everything that was more like arts and stuff was always me, and I got with almost no time to do it. He's a firefighter, so when he comes
Mm.
back from his shift, Sometimes it's great, sometimes he's very tired. So having the kids all day is always a little bit like we never know. So when my daughter got into that school, we were like, okay, like we had her for 6 years because they're late in the school year. And we were like, we know that what she built in the gym, she's going to keep it at school. Like it's been 6 years that she's like truly with us. And we know that this school is going to bring her to another level in terms of like making her do stuff that right now we don't have time.
Right.
Um, so that's why honestly, like if she had to go to the local public school, I think we would have to take her out because she wouldn't be at the same level in terms of like emotional and how like fast learning she is and how like she's super used to having all those stuff like go around and be very very fast. So we know that in that school like she's never at this in the same classroom all day. Like they're
Right.
moving. It's
Okay.
pretty crazy. And even like her gymnastic program is in the school, so she can do that in the afternoon. So pretty awesome school. So that's why we decided to put them there. But um, it's not something that we found really easy to do, and we realized that even for them to not be with us was hard, and for us to not have their integer around was pretty hard. And my God, did we cry? My son was like, "Okay, mom, get over it." Like he couldn't take it anymore. It was like, "It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be with Ivy." And I was like, "I know, but it's for me. I'm crying for me."
So he got into the same school.
Exactly. Yeah, he
That's
got in
great.
the same school. Yeah.
I'm you know, one of the most underrated things that's talked about homeschooling, and it sounds like that you've already accomplished this with your child, is I don't think kids are meant to just be around kids their own age. I think that me doing that for 12 years, even though I was a very social person, set me back because I thought we were all different, right? The class below me was different and the kids above me were different. And I noticed as my kids are homeschooled, they're not ageists at all. You know what I mean? They treat someone who's 8 with respect, and they treat someone who's 20 with respect, and someone who's 30. Like everyone is the same. They're not afraid. You know what I mean? Like they'll
Exactly.
just say
Yeah.
they'll introduce themselves, say hi to anyone, and it sounds like you've accomplished that. And it makes me so happy just to hear you talk about the way I interpreted what you're saying is you found a place that will challenge your daughter still, and where she won't sit idle and her skills not be able to be put to use that she's
Yeah,
already
exactly.
acquired. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, and they still come to the gym every single time that they can. So Saturday and Sunday they're always at the gym. So Saturday we have a CrossFit Kids class. They're doing the CrossFit Kids class, but they're also hanging out in the gyms until I close the gym. So they see all kind of different people again. And then on Sunday we have a parenthood workout, which is mom and the kids, or dad and the kids. They usually do it with their father, and I'm coaching it. So they're still in the gym Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday back to school. So they're they're still like very a big part of the community, and I feel like yes, it's good to be in the gym, but at the same time, like I felt like the last year, because the gym was too big and I was getting too busy, my attention was not with them, and they were just like laying around the gym trying to find something to do. And for 2 hours it's fine, but for 8 or 10 it's getting a little bit long. So
Yeah,
um
yeah.
so yeah, that
Um,
that's it.
and where were you born?
In Laval, so it's north shore of Montreal, so I'm pretty close to my hometown.
And your parents, are they also born there?
So my parents are from Montreal. My mom is from Quebec. My dad is from Italy. So we have a side of our family that is more Italian. They're all remarried to Italian. We're pretty much the only part of the family that is very Quebecois. So yeah, they're a little mixed, but I think that the Italian side is the part where the family is very important and values is very important, which in Quebec sadly is a little bit lost. So it's something I give back to the community. The values super important, and be true to them, and the family aspect. So
Was
yeah,
your
for me, there's
grandfather
nothing more.
Was your
But
grandfather
yeah,
born in it? He was born in Italy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And him and your grandmother met in Canada.
yeah, exactly, in Quebec.
And she spoke French and he spoke Italian, but they figured it out.
No, they're both from Italy actually, but they met
Oh,
here. Yeah,
oh,
exactly. And then my dad married a Quebecois, but he's the only one in the family. So my entire dad family is very, very Italian, very English, and then my mom's side is French.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say values, what do you mean when you say that Italian side is very value driven?
Well, even when I was at school, like for us, like being with my sibling and my brothers, like it was something very important. So during the weekends, we were not like hanging out with friends. We were just together and like our cousin. It was a very big part of just being us. And we were raised to be like very, very respectful, very polite, very, how can I say, like, generous people. I feel like Italian, like, there's a side of the Italian that are very cheap, and then there's the other side where it's like, if the family could be together every day, all day, just having food, being together, give back. And I'm fortunate enough to be in that side of the Italian family. So for us, like being at the Nana's house every Sunday, having a big meal, and like just give back to everyone that we could and everyone that we could help. That was something that was pretty special about the Italian side of my family. Just people with so big hearts.
Very
And
affectionate, very affectionate.
exactly, and very loud as well. So that's a little side of me as well. But I feel like they are the most generous people I would ever met. My dad is an entrepreneur just like me, and I grew up in his business and how I saw him treat his employees, how I saw him with all his passion, all his big heart, being generous to different foundation. It was a very big inspiration for me. And my mom was at home; she took care of 4 kids, and I think that without noticing it, I think that she really felt into um, wanted to be close to the family and wanted to take care of the family, and she was very, very good at putting us in values. So my mom was always be grateful for what you have and give back. This is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. So I think I was very lucky to be in a family where values was like the baseline, um, which I think that sadly over the years people don't always go with their values. And this is what I love to do with the community here. So yeah.
Is your mom religious?
A little bit, yeah. She used to be. She used to be even a little bit more than my dad, actually, because my dad was like, I don't have time for for that. But yes, we used to go to church like every Sunday until we were 14, maybe. So it's kind of it grew into us in sort of way. Like I'm not really religious myself right now, but I think that just having like a ritual, having some stuff to look forward to have faith as well, help us be the humans that we are right now for sure.
As I've gotten older, I'm 53 now. As I've gotten older, I I wasn't raised um with really strong values. My mom was always telling me to be very nice, and both my parents were very, very generous, like you're describing. But as I got older, and although I'm still not religious, I've turned to religion because I like the fact that they have values, and I
Yeah,
think having values gives you a north star. So I see the values that these religious people have, and I'm like, oh, and I've been picking them and being like, I want to have that value. And every time I add a value, one of these values to my life, it feels like my life gets better.
yeah, and it does. And like my values at the gym are written on the walls pretty big when you get in. And for me, it's like they my members they know if you're
Yeah.
not aligned with my values that you're a member, that you have a lot of money, that you're a coach. If you're not aligned with my values, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. So um and sometimes I wish I would be less like like hands-on on my values and like this is this and this is that, but at the same time I feel like it really helped me grow the gym with the people that are aligned with where I want to go. So yeah, like you said, it's really the north star of like maybe not all the businesses, but I feel like all the businesses should have values list, and I think that even more a CrossFit community, so that you attract the people and everyone respect each other with those values in the gym, even when I'm not there, you know.
It's so interesting to hear you say this because when I think of Mayhem, I think of it as a value-driven gym. And I just had John Davies on from Europe, affiliate
Hmm.
owner, also works for HQ. He basically, that was obvious that like, hey, if you don't align with these values, we don't really want you at the gym, and it's okay. You'll be successful somewhere else, but there's
Yeah,
a values that we really, and a culture here that we really want to uphold.
yeah, yeah. And I think that like
And
I
his
think
gym's
that it's
big, and he does
hard.
no and his gym's big, and he's attracting people just based on that fact that
Mhm.
people are attracted and speak of like, yeah, this is the place you want to be.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to be like that. Like just last year, like I had so much situation with coaches that were not aligned with my values, and every time I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna feel like the bitch doing this, but at the same time I can't not do it. So it's I think the more you are a gym owner, the more you have years behind you, I think that you feel less like I feel like you're more aligned with this and you just go, go, go. But I think that getting there to be like, okay, this is my value and this is where we're gonna go, and not having that little discussion inside you, like, oh, am I letting this go or am I not? I think it's hard. But at the same time, you have to be the bad guy sometimes to make sure that your vision stay the same and that your community knows that you're going to stay aligned. And I think that like for me it was important that when we I bought the gym with Michelle that she stayed a little bit, because I didn't know that much about Deka and I didn't want people to think that I was coming in and just align the gym of where I wanted to go. And this is why I have people that are still here after 15 years. They were
Mm.
there before me and they're probably going to be there after me, you know, just because they know that I'm going to be um, straight to the values of the gym, my values, and we're going to go forward with that. So I think it's a good sign to know that you still always have those people following through because they know you're fair and this is what they're going to get, you know.
I wonder if having your kids in the gym also made you more like the mama bear, Kari. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this
For
is a
sure.
sacred ground because this is where my greatest work, I've brought my greatest work to this place,
Hmm.
my greatest creation. And so it needs to be a place that's conducive to raise them in. And so it was very easy to be strict about your values.
Yes, exactly. And like for so many reason, I would be like I don't want Ivy to see that, or I don't want Nate to think that's normal, you know. So it's easier for me to get back to, would I tolerate that from my kids? No. So why would I tolerate that from my coaches or the members? So that is easier to think about. And the other thing is, I feel like because I'm a mom, I have a little like vision of a mom. So I want to take care of my people even more. I want to
Yeah.
take care of them. And I feel like before, even though I was still pretty much the same, I always wanted to take care of the people. It could look weird. And now they're just like, oh yeah, like she's my mom. Like it's like she's my gym mom, you know? So they know that I'm just there to help and take care of them. So it's easier, that role is a little bit easier for me to do because they know my kids and we kind of grow that big family together.
But could you give me an example of of a value or the values?
So the first one is respect, and as stupid as it sounds, I still find that people are having a big like a hard time with that one. Just people, random people coming in to the gym and just hearing like, oh my god, like how is she dressed? And it's like, why would you say that? Like why would you have that comment? And that's something like I don't like, and that's something I, for me it's like just be yourself, and she's going to be herself. And if she's comfortable with those clothes, then she's comfortable with those clothes. And you can hear that for the shoes or anything, you know? So I think that the judgment is easy. And for me, that aligned with respect. And it's the same thing as stories of who like slept with who, and like they were a couple. And for me, like if you can sleep with someone's boyfriend in the gym, like I'm sorry, but you're not respectful. Even though it's that triangle that you disrespected, for me, you disrespect the entire community. And sadly, in the gym, those things happen over and over again. But it just, I can trust someone. So for me, the respect is when you come in to those doors, you respect every single one that is in that space. And we all come from so many different spaces. If we start disrespecting each other, it won't make sense. We won't be able to have 400 plus members here. So and sometimes when I feel like even just like we really like want people to, when they stop the workout, like they're done with the workout, they wait, and they're going to be waiting until everybody's done, and you're not picking up your stuff, and you're doing props before picking up your stuff. And this is something that we reinforce every single class. And for us, this is respect as well, because if you were the last one, you wouldn't want people to start picking up before you're done. So there's little stuff like that, but I feel like respect is one of the biggest one that we push with our members.
Do you think that you would have been like this if you didn't have kids?
Yes,
Yes, you
sadly,
would have. Oh, okay.
I was very anal about this before I had my kids. Yeah, yeah.
What's interesting is that respect and disrespect game is very interesting to me, because when I can remember working and being around people who felt like they needed respect. They needed respect. They were always demanding respect. And I always remember thinking, boy, that's a real crutch for those people, because they want respect, right? But and I don't think this is in conflict to what you're saying, but my kind of lack of tolerance is disrespecting people. Like, I don't feel like I need to respect anyone, but I sure as hell shouldn't be disrespecting anyone. I should do my best not to disrespect someone. But like, because I don't, in my mind, I think I don't care if someone respects me or not, but I don't want to be around someone who's disrespecting me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just
And I
just
think that you're
shitting on
gonna
me for
feel
the
the
sake of
difference.
shit. Yeah, yeah. I just don't want to I just don't want to be shit on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And after, like under the respect, it's like it's written like everyone has his place here. So everyone belongs at Deka. So for us, it's just like take your judgment out, and like you don't have to be like, oh my god, your hair is so beautiful, or like your shoes are nice, but you don't have to say the opposite as well.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Um, so you said you had 3 other siblings. There's 4 kids.
Yeah.
And where are you in the ranking of age?
So I have my older sister, then
Mhm.
my older brother, then myself, and then my little brother. So I'm between 2 boys, which made me a sports girl.
And
Didn't
what
have
are
any chance.
the age differences?
So oh my god, you're giving me a good question now. So I'm 33. My little brother he's 30. He's 30. He just got 30. My older brother is turning 35, and my sister, she just turned 37, if my memory is good. So we're pretty all close.
Close. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you had a older brother to chase and a younger
Mm-hmm.
brother to rough up.
My older brother is like a teddy bear, but he loves sports, but he's really, really quiet. My little brother, he's the one that didn't want to lose. So every time that he was losing against me, I would get a punch in the face for sure. And I was kind of raised with my cousin. He's 1 month apart from me, and our two moms decided to have like a house together, so it would split, but we were like together, same backyard, same everything. So we were in classes together and stuff. And he's actually playing hockey, professional hockey in Europe right now. So he was the one really big on sports and like, okay, we're going to go outside. We're going to play hockey. We're going to play baseball. Like at school, we were always together playing soccer and all those stuff. So we really like grow into being active, both of us. My brother they were like following along, but they didn't do something like their job is not about sport right now. So we were the biggest fan of sports was me and my cousin for sure.
And did you have a sport that was like your sport that you ended up by the time you got to the end of high school that no, you were, what were you doing physically?
So basically like I was just following what they wanted to play. So I'm like, last month we were playing a deck hockey and like all the boys were like, how are you good at deck hockey? And I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, like, I'm just good at every sport, but like, I'm not just good at one sport. And then when high school hit, I was like in a school where I could choose to have sport every single day. So we were playing like badminton, hockey, like basketball, volleyball. We were playing like different sports all the time. So it was not like very competitive. It was just like you play sport for an hour and then you go do the rest of your day. And then when I got to CEGEP, I was like, okay, there's no more sports. So
when you got to where? What's the word you use? You got to where?
Oh yeah, so CEGEP. I'm sorry, you guys don't have that. So I think that you guys have one more year of high school, but we have like a in between university and high school. So it's kind of college-ish, but it's not your college. It's usually 2 or 3 years. And there it's like it's a little bit more of a random schedule, and you only have like one class of sport per week. So I was freaking out. So this is where I started to do aerobic classes because I missed being with like a gang. So I started to do aerobic classes and I loved it, got certified to do everything. And then I started to coach all those. But so I think that I didn't have really a background of sports, which helped me with injuries, I feel like, because some of people like walk into CrossFit already injured from their sports, but I didn't have like something that was my thing. And I feel like CrossFit really light me up because there's so many different things, you know?
And when you say you taught aerobics, well, obviously you started doing the classes first, but what is that? Is it
like 70s aerobics? So the step, choreography, I was doing Zumba, spinning classes, like all of those stuff. I taught everything, like even aqua stuff, like in the pool. I did everything. I really just enjoy having a group of people sweating together. But the thing is, like, I did that from 18 to 22, 23, and my body was dead. Like, you have to do the class with them. So it was pretty crazy to do 28 to 35 hours per week of jumping around, dancing around. Yeah, it was crazy, but I loved it. And like people were happy to have a younger energy. I feel like if there's less people very young doing those kind of stuff. So I was just loving that life. And then when I was introduced to CrossFit, I kind of loved the fact that I was able to coach a group without doing the workout. And I love the fact that there was so much to learn about, because in spinning class, spinning is going to still be spinning and Zumba is going to still be Zumba. And I felt like I didn't push people enough to be out of their comfort zone and stuff. So I felt like I was having the group aspect without destroying my body and bringing my people to another level. So it was cool to see the Zumba people coming into the CrossFit because it was the same coach, you know?
Yeah, and at 23, you found CrossFit. How did it come on your radar?
So the center I was giving group classes, they opened up a CrossFit space, and the manager over there was like, maybe you should try it. Like, we're looking for coaches, so just try it. And I would always remember like the first class, I was just so good because it was all body weight stuff, and I was 105 pounds. Like I was super small.
How tall are you?
5'1". I'm pretty
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
small, but
Yeah. Okay.
like my life was cardio. I never did body like weightlifting stuff. So the first workout was, if my memory is good, it was like Cindy or something like that. So it was air squat, push up, and pull ups, and I was flying, and I was like, oh, this CrossFit thing is pretty easy. And then the day after, I went back, and it was over at squat, and I had fever for 3 days because just holding the bar was so demanding to my body, and I was like, okay, like I need to put some muscle on because I'm bad. And
Mm.
then my CrossFit journey was pretty easy because I was so like athletic and fit, but everything that was strength, recovery was pretty bad and all those stuff. So I kind of learned so much about being like a real athlete in terms of like I couldn't do 10 Zumba classes and then go do a competition. So I had to choose one or the other. Um, and at that point, my body was so destroyed with aerobics that I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna concentrate of coaching CrossFit because I don't see myself doing that for 15 years. I'm gonna be like in a wheelchair. So yeah, so I switched over. I did my L1, I think 2 months after starting CrossFit and
Oh,
started coaching it
wow.
after. Yeah.
So you do the first workout, Cindy. So you could do a pull up.
Yes. 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 I could do
Yeah,
pull-ups. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could do
Yeah.
pull
Yeah.
ups.
It was
Okay, that's
easy. Yeah.
okay. And then the overhead squat position, obviously, challenging and requires strength.
Hmm.
And are you doing it at that time? I'm picturing it being like in a racquetball court or something. Did they have
Yeah,
a?
exactly. There was badminton court, and
Uh
then there
huh.
was like a CrossFit section. So that was pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I
Like no
visualized that
walls in
perfect.
between.
Yeah.
No walls in between. People were just like, what are they doing? And yeah, it was pretty intense. And at that point, like it was more like, oh, look, like this is a muscle up. So you would look at a muscle up on YouTube, and then I was trying to bring myself up the rings, and I was doing it, but obviously it was so bad. So yeah, I like over the time I had to work on bad patterns, which I'm still working on, just because I learned stuff by myself, like a lot of people at that time.
And you at that point you had never done a snatch or a clean. You had to learn all those new terminologies. Had you ever done a
Yeah,
deadlift?
nope, not
No.
at all. Like weights were my enemies at that time. Like I was not interested in being like in a gym with like people with dumbbells and stuff. Like being alone was not something I actually like. So for me, like going into a regular gym and just lifting weights, I would like I never did that before. Yeah.
And then so after so in those 2 months, are you doing cross? Do you just throw? It sounds like you just throw yourself into the fire. You're doing it 5 days a week,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
and
I
and
was
still and still
and
teaching the classes, the aerobic
yeah,
classes.
yeah, I did that for a year and a half. So doing CrossFit 5 to 6 times per week, and then doing aerobic classes. And at one point, like one of the coaches was like, "You're pretty good at CrossFit. Maybe you should stop doing like Zumba and stuff because now you would be able to put on some more muscle and like actually like be competitive at CrossFit because my cardio was insane. Like the open was coming in and I was crushing numbers just because for me it was easy to do it. But then 1 RM would go out and I wouldn't even be able to like I think the clean and jerk, my best was like 135. And then on the other workout I was like top 10 in the world. So it didn't make sense. And I told
Hey,
them like,
that's
oh,
pretty crazy though, to have a clean and jerk that's 135, weighing
yeah,
105, and not having any experience with that. That's pretty amazing.
yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, but at the same time, like I didn't want to just be an athlete, and and this is where like
Say
Michelle
that again.
kind of
You didn't just want to be an athlete?
yeah,
Wha
I didn't want to stop giving classes and stop being a coach and just concentrate on being an
Oh,
athlete. That
oh, oh,
that
I
was
see,
like
okay.
something I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And this is where I started to compete more as a team member, and this is where Deka came into place because they asked me to compete with their team because I was pretty lonely. Like I was a loner, and then people knew people, so I got introduced to Michelle, which Michelle was like, "How is she so fit and not so strong?" So we kind of she gave me a couple of classes. I came to Deka to work out, and when they saw like the potential, they were like, well, maybe you don't want to be an athlete, like an individual athlete, but would you like to compete with the team? So I said yes, and this is where the relation with Michelle and myself got better, because she was there to coach me, which I'd never had that before. She helped me with my movement. She helped me with understanding what the competition world was. And I started to train at Deka, do the open at Deka, was part of the team, and then the owner asked me to coach 3 or 4 months after, because of the energy that I had at the gym, and then I started coaching, and 2 years after I bought the gym. So it's because I was a little bit like in the scene of being a competitor that Deka kind of brought me in, or else I don't think I would be here if it wasn't from that.
Mary, I had Kadi as a coach about 10 years ago. She was amazing. So nice to see her here.
Hi, Mary. I remember her face.
So you're there at that at the badminton court for a couple months training, and you decide to take your level 1.
Yeah.
And at this point, you haven't ever met Michelle, right?
No.
But you've started looking on the internet and seeing that this CrossFit thing, and you're starting to see what's capable. No, not even so much.
Not even so much. Like when I did my L1, I remember Camille Leblanc Bazinet was there. I didn't even know who she was, and people were like, "Oh my God, like Camille's there," and I was like, "I don't even know like who she is
Okay.
really." So I was not really like a big fan of athletes and stuff. I was just like happy to find something new to coach. That was more my perspective. And then when I met Michelle, I understood like all of it, and I was a little bit more involved with the competition stuff, and I even worked with the Cacom for with Michelle for a little while. So it kind of opened my eyes with that part of CrossFit. But my like main thing was to coach group classes for sure.
So you've been into movement from a young age, fully embraced it. Also, clearly loved the camaraderie and being with other people in the movement. And then you take this level 1 after just finding out about CrossFit for 2 months. And what did you think about your level 1?
I loved it. I loved it, but for sure, like I was just getting out of so many different um how could I say, like different training of like fitness, and the biggest training I did was for the aerobic classes, and it was pretty insane. It was like 6 weeks, and every single weekend we had like a homework, and back to that other weekend we actually needed to present and be like in front of people, and seeing like how am I like coaching and doing my stuff, and am I smiling, am I telling my name. So it was really really like precise. So when I finished my L1, I'm like, if people didn't do what I did, are they actually ready to do
Right.
like what
Right.
I'm about to do? So that was a little bit like shocking for me, that it was only 2 days and then you can be a coach, because I felt like there was so many stuff missing.
In terms of like presentation, which
Yeah,
clearly, if you'd been doing it 5 to 7 days a week for 5 or 6 years, you had mastered that.
exactly. So I felt like there was something missing about, like, yes, you're a coach, but at the same time, you need to understand the humans that are coming
Mm,
in front of you,
mm.
and you have to meet them where they are in their journey. So I felt like all this part was not there. So that's the first feeling I had with the L1. But at the same time, the other feeling I had was like, okay, there's a lot to learn about CrossFit. So I feel like there's the L1, and then there's all the algorithm around the L1 with the CrossFit Journal, the nutrition, all those stuff. So I started to do pretty much every single class that was there. So the mobility, the aerobic capacity, like all of those stuff, I wanted to know more. And I feel like when you're a coach, it's your I think that it's in your responsibility to want to know more, and go to the information and ask question and ask the good people and go around and see how people coach and take notes. So every time I do a drop in, even now, I'm like, what can I get from this coach, even though it's good or bad, and what can I apply to my coaching right now? So um, I feel like the L1 was just a very good introduction of the methodology and what movement should look like. And after, it's in the coach responsibility to master that art, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well said. When you started CrossFit, how quickly did your body composition start changing?
Pretty fast, pretty fast.
Do you think your body
I
and do you think your
wasn't.
body was happy also to change?
Yes. Yes, not my hands. My hands were ripped all the time. I would remember that because I wouldn't use grips.
Mhm.
So that was pretty bad. I remember going to a wedding, an Italian wedding, with my hands all ripped. My father was not proud at all. Um, but yes, I think that my body was happy because I was doing less reps and jumping and stuff. So imagine, like, when people tell me like CrossFit is too much reps, and for me it was less reps. So
Right.
like my body was of course happy. Um and I just love the fact that I was able to do different stuff every single day with my body, which at the beginning wasn't letting me. And now, like, being like, okay, like I need to pull on some muscle with my deadlift, and realizing that my body was actually able to be strong, you know. It
Yeah.
was, that for me was crazy, because in my head I was a very endurance athlete and stuff, and then I got to be a very strong athlete. So I was like, oh, look at that. And I even did like a weightlifting competition just for fun, and win all of it. And I was like, oh, so I'm pretty strong for my body, you know. So
Right.
it was just cool to see where I can bring my body to do. And I'm still very like, I still very love to do endurance stuff, and like I run a lot. And but for me it's not hard. So going to run, I'm like, okay, we're gonna go run, and it's not hard. And then I go to CrossFit and I know it's hard for me, you know. Um, so my body changed in about 2 years, getting more muscular, getting a little bit bigger. Um, and then when I stopped doing all those aerobic classes, it was crazy. Like, even not even 6 months, I think I pulled out like 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, pretty much only in my legs, but still, it was pretty intense. Yeah.
And how much do you weigh now?
Now I'm 140,
Wow.
140 pounds, 5'1". Yeah. Um, I have big legs, but like I'm muscular, and honestly, I love that. And I still am running 5 to 6 times a week, and I'm still am doing bicycle and all those stuff. But I feel like my body like embrace the muscle now.
Yeah, that's amazing. I wonder if it would. God, I wonder. It would be interesting to compare your story to someone who came the other direction. To all they were doing was weightlifting. I think the journey is probably better to come from your end, to have built that
Hmm.
metabolic capacity
Oh
first,
yes. Oh yes.
and then
Oh yes.
and then because building that metabolic capacity is brutal.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, for me, nutrition, when I was in like giving group classes, like I wasn't eating at all. Like I was giving Zumba and then spinning and then body pump and then Zumba. Like, where do you want me to eat? So I wasn't eating at all. And then when I started CrossFit, like my metabolism was so like bad. I wasn't eating at all. And like everybody was like, you need to eat. And I'm like, why? Like, why do I need to eat? Like I'm not hungry. And this was something I was not like a big eater, even though when I was a kid, like my mom could tell you that. I was always like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I was eating like a little bird, you know? So when I started CrossFit, people were like, no, but you have to dial in what you're eating, and you need to eat and eat and eat. And I was like, no, I'm fine, guys. And I was still pulling some muscle, and I was still like doing all my CrossFit, and I was still performing pretty well. And then kids happened, still wasn't eating that much, super busy, super busy. And then injuries, 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 injuries,
Oh,
injuries.
oh,
And then my
yeah.
body was like, you need to eat. And when I started to actually be a little bit more intelligent about what I was eating and when, and having actually 2 or 3 meals, yeah, this is us this summer, actually having like 3 meals per day. Then all of a sudden I wasn't injured that much, and all of a sudden I had more energy. So
And
it was a
you got
big,
pregnant.
yes, exactly, yeah, yeah.
And you got
So yeah, so nutrition is a pretty important part, even though you're young and you think it's not. It is. It's your fuel, you know. So that was a very big acknowledgement for me to actually plan to eat. So yeah.
Greg would say, part joking but part serious, that if you start doing CrossFit, there's a good chance you're going to get a raise at work, or you're going to switch jobs. Your relationship's going to get better, or you're going to get out of your relationship. And that be careful because you could get pregnant.
Yeah.
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 Because
It's crazy.
you're feeding the body and moving the body in this way, and it's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
When's the last time you taught an aerobics class?
Oh my God, for so long. And I
Do you
actually
miss
miss
it at
it.
all? Yeah. Do you miss
Yeah,
it?
I miss
Yeah.
it. Sometimes at the gym, I give them like a little warm up of Zumba, and it's so funny to see like my members being like, "Oh my God, you're actually good at this," and I'm like, "Yes, I love doing it." So yeah, it was a while, and I even thought about like there's a lot of spinning studios opening, and I even thought about just like 1 hour per week go and give a spinning class. But right now, like my schedule is crazy, so I'm like, don't put that in your schedule, but I know I'm gonna somewhere somehow getting back into those kind of studio just because I miss that energy of like loud music and just like having fun, even though I don't believe in having people like have like big life changing doing spinning, but I just feel like it's a fun for me. It's funnier to do spinning than going to a club.
How big is this gym? This gym looks huge.
So my gym is 5,000 square feet downstairs, and we have another part upstairs, which is 1,000 square feet. Yeah, so we fit a lot of people. Usually, there's 20 people in a class downstairs.
Wow.
I'm lucky enough to have very experienced coaches that master 20 people like it's nothing. On the weekend, it goes to 50, even those 60, but we have two coaches and it's team workouts. And upstairs, we have different classes. So, sweat classes, which is only with the bike erg and body weight movement. And we have strong classes, which is more like extra. So, banded stuff, light dumbbells, like a little bit more rehab programmation. And we can get 20 people in those classes as well. So they are not at the same hour, but at the same time. So let's say downstairs is always like 6, 7, 8 in the morning, while it goes all the way up. And then uh, upstairs, it's going to be like 8:30, 9:30. So the classes are simultaneous at the same time, but not at the same hour.
Did you go to the games on a team?
No,
No.
regionals only. Yeah,
And how
no.
was that experience? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun. Well, it was when the regional was still like 6 people in a team.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was fun. I really, really love competing in a team. Like I went to Wadapalooza, I think 3 times in a team. For me, like being in a team is more who I am and like having fun with people and just challenge myself. But right now, like what is hard is that when you experience going to regional and how organized those competitions are, and even though Wadapalooza like are organized and like how fun the workout are and the equipment that you have, like when people ask me to do like a local comp, I'm like, uh, is it gonna be on time? Like, are we gonna all have the same weight on the bar? Like, like it's like when you experience those big competition and like how driven it is and like that energy, those little competition, it's like, oh, I have to stay there all day. Okay, like okay, I might do it for you, but like it's not the same. It's not the same thing. So, yeah, no, it's an amazing. I feel like it's an amazing time. But what I enjoy even more is the time I went for Deka comp and coach at the regionals. For me, that
Oh,
was
oh.
that was yeah more fun than being there as an athlete. Like
Do you guys
yeah,
still have do you have a team now at the gym?
no, no,
No,
not
okay.
really. We used to try again, but now like they always kind of needed my score, and I was like, guys, I can't organize the open and be like super good at the open, and then organize the quarterfinal or semifinal. I'm like, I can be that person. Like I just want to have fun when I do my workout. So like I feel like I'm always bringing the team down because I'm not that competitive and they want to push.
Yeah.
So for now, like we're not pushing that side too much. And honestly, I think it was good for everyone that we kind of gave a break of like having that
Mm.
little pressure every year. We have masters athlete that goes to the games, but we don't push the team part for now.
And last year you had some record-setting number of people participate in the Open, right? What were you guys in the world?
Oh, that's a
Remember?
good question. I could look at, but I think we're always like it's been 2 years. I think we're around the like in the top 10
Yeah.
worldwide. And that's just so cool because for me, when I kind of found the Open, like when I found it, when I started CrossFit, I felt like it was so fun. Like just seeing people push themselves and everybody's just cheering for everybody. Like I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then when I was taking part of the Open, when I was a coach, I was super involved and did my judges course, and I wanted to be there for the people and help them have the best score. And so when we got back from the pandemic, everybody was just like, "Oh my God, well, my fitness is so bad, and like I'm gonna be less fit than all of those years because it's been a year I'm not in the gym." And like people weren't signing up for the Open as much just because they were demotivating about everything. So it was like 2 years of less people, and then I was like, how can people not be excited about the Open? Like it's
This is in
so
two
much fun.
and what year were you having these thoughts?
It's been 2 years. So
Yeah,
last year
okay,
was 2025. So in
okay.
2023, after 2023, I was disappointed in how like the participation about how many members I had and how many members signed up. And what I would hear was always like, oh, I'm not fit enough, like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, oh, like it's too much. And I was like, you're at the gym anyways on Friday, so why in the hell are you not doing the Open? And you're actually doing the Open in the class, so why in
Yeah.
the hell are you not registered? And I realized that people didn't want to compare themselves and didn't want to face the fact that maybe they were not as fit as they used to be, but at the same time they were getting older. So I was like, what can I do to make sure that they understand that the Open is a celebration of you still doing the Open and you still being able to do the Open, and you are part of the CrossFit community, and this is what we do the Open. Like, you pay to do a 5K run, you could literally just get out of your house, do a 5K run, didn't cost you anything, you didn't have to go anywhere, you would have done a 5K run. So pretty much the same thing, you could have come, just do the class, and like just be part of, I did the class, I did the workout, and then that's it. But what the fun part is that you actually have somewhere to go and post your score and have something to hold on to, and being part of like the CrossFit community. So there's a lot of people that um, they have trip planned during those weeks, because for us, like, we have a spring break in those weeks for the Open. So I'm always like, well, you're gonna go and don't go to that CrossFit and you're gonna do your Open. And they're just like, oh, I actually can. And I'm like, yes, you can. That's why you're doing the CrossFit Open. Like, you can do it pretty much everywhere in the world. And I feel, for me, it's like, if you want to be part of that community, you just need to be part of the Open, because that's the only thing that we do all together for like in the entire year. So um I feel like that came in, and like people kind of understand that I didn't care about their performance. Like, I don't even know what they're doing and what they're doing, and they're going to come to me and say like, hey, look, my ranking is up and I didn't think about it. And I'm like, yes, because you're still training
Right,
4 or 5 times a week, 3 years,
right.
so they are amazed that they're still pretty fit and pretty good, and they're gonna give themselves like a thumbs up, because they're gonna be like, hey, like, look at that, like, I'm more fit than what I thought. And I really saw that people are anxious, like the performance was pretty
Yeah.
making more stress in them. So I kind of switched the gear a little bit in 2024, and I was like, okay, guys, we're doing the Open this year, but you don't want to enter your score, I don't care. I just want you to register. If you want to enter your score, fine. And the first year, what we did is that all the coaches had teams. So there was a firefighter team, there was like an admin team, there was, so all my coaches had like similarity, and they needed to choose the people they wanted in the team. So that worked great, but at the same time, like it went pretty crazy between the coaches because no, he told me he was in my team, and then he was supposed to be in my team. So like the members were like stuck in the middle. Like I didn't want to disappoint anyone, so like so it was good because the coaches got involved and they understand like how good it was for the community to make them part of it. Um, and it went well. Then that year we decided to do a heat of only kids. So the kids were coming in while Ivy is doing the opens is I think 5 years now. So she used to come on the floor with me and actually do the workout with me. And then that year we decided to open up a slot for all the CrossFit kids that wanted to participate. So what you need to know is our Friday Night Lights is run like a competition. So we have like banners with like faces of people like CrossFit Games Open. We have a DJ and it's 10% at a time with 10 judges. And like we're running the show, you know, like a competition, but we're having a lot of fun, but it's not like a regular class Friday Night Lights. It's like we're doing a competition at the gym.
Yeah.
So we kind of did a heat only of kids that year and it went crazy. Like people were like, "Oh my god, it's so nice to see the kids doing it." I'm like, imagine if the kids are doing it and you're not. Like, why
Yeah.
are you not doing
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
scaling everything. We were doing all those stuff. So I feel like even the parents of the kid, they saw actually what the kids were able to do. So it kind of switched the mind a little bit. So last year, what we did, we we did I did a big banner and I said, are you in Ivy's team or in Nate's team? So what you need to know is that my daughter is very competitive. She loves doing the open. She's really like competitive but like healthy. Like she comes into the floor, she's waving hands, she wants people to like shout her name, and she's very actually very fit and very good. Like she's built to do CrossFit. She loves it. She wants to push and like she's gonna like give props after and she's gonna be like super happy. And then you have my son who couldn't care less. So he comes in, doesn't even know the workout, doesn't even know the movement, which we actually told him like 10 times before. He just want to make people smile. He loves it when people laugh. After one rep, he's gonna take off his shirt just to make people laugh. Like he doesn't care. He's just there and he's just
I
enjoying, you
love it.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and he's like doing all those faces, like he's really like, and then he looks at
Yeah.
us and he's like, ha, like I'm not even like actually that like tired. So I told the community, are you doing it as Heidi or are you doing it as Nate? So
Yeah.
they were writing their names. So if they were doing it as Nate, then people will know when they were judging that they were not like screaming like, let's go, one more rep, nah. They know that they were there having fun, wanted to be part of the community. And if they sign up as I want to do it as Ivy, then now we knew that we could push them and they
That's
wanted that.
brilliant, Cuddy. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. And because people know my kids so much, it wasn't even hard to understand. Like they've seen it, like they know who
Yeah.
they are. Like
Yeah.
they're both like extremely different in those areas. So it was cool to see that people were just like, oh, like this year I'm a little bit injured, so I'm gonna do it as Nate. But like Ivy, I still love you. And she's like, it's fine. I only wanted winners in my team. Like
Yeah.
it was that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So and we had a shirt with Nate and Ivy on the shirt. So it kind of bring down a little bit the heat of like, am I going to be good enough or not? Same thing last year. We got a slot with only the kids. Kids are super happy to participate. Like we do them like a fake kind of little spreadsheet. And that got a lot of people to sign up as well. And then this year we kind of brought it to another level of where I'm doing a fundraiser for a kids hospital in Quebec.
Oh.
So what I told the members is that if you're registered for the open, every member that is registered for the open is $10 to that hospital.
Oh.
So we partner up with a lot of partners at the gym. I'm lucky enough to have 28 partners actually. So I'm going to take some of the money of the partner program to give to the children hospital. So if I have 300 members signed up, I'm going to give $3,000 to that hospital.
Wow.
They're going to get their official Deka Open T-shirt, and at the end, so the fourth Friday, which is not going to be a Friday Night Lights, we're going to block that time, and we're going to have a country band coming at the gym live to do like a big after open party. So we're bringing it to another level this year.
I love it. You know, it's funny. I'd never done a 5K or a half marathon or marathon, and a couple months ago, my kids were like, "Hey, there was a 5K at the high school, right?" So we
Mm-hmm.
go there, and the course is like past a dumpster and through like the trash bins and through the school. It's like there's nothing. It's just a course, right? And we
Yeah,
get there, and it's $30 to sign the kids up each, and $60 to sign myself up.
yeah,
And I'm like, "I'm not paying $60 to do this." So but then when it said 3, 2, 1, go, I had that same thought. I'm like, "Oh, shit, I gotta run with my kids." And so the judges there were like, "We have a bandit on the course," and, they're, like, yelling at me, and I'm just running it with them, and I'm, like, holding their hands. But if you can pay $60 to run a shithole 5K, you can pay $20 to do the
yeah,
CrossFit Open.
yeah.
And the truth is all of those other things that you're saying are you're never gonna regret it. Have you ever had anyone be like, "I wish I wouldn't have done the open"? No. Matter of fact,
No,
it's always like, "Oh, I'm so glad I made it through that. That was hard. That gave me anxiety. I was stressed, but I'm so glad I did it."
yeah. Yeah, and what I love to tell my members too, like for sure, like it's been 3 or 4 years now that I work for CrossFit Canada, and I tell my people like, hey guys, like if you want the open to actually grow, or like if you want the CrossFit community to continue because it changed your life and you love CrossFit and that's what you do, you have to kind of give back at one point. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
do you want them to actually build something, build a template, build a workout, do those videos, do all those things? Give me actually a job if you can even do like the open or even just pay. Like, because some of them are gonna do the open, but they don't want to pay for it. And I'm like, this is your only like time that you can give back to a sport that actually changed your life. It changed your life, your family, your health. So I'm like, can you just like sign up, and we're gonna take that money and put it to somewhere that we think that it's good for CrossFit. And I wouldn't have that thought when I was not maybe in CrossFit. Like I love the open, sign up for the open. Like that was
yeah,
a little bit more
yeah.
my mentality. But now that I'm in the conversation, that I see that they're actually putting people on the field to help affiliate owners to be there, that they actually want to be there for the community. I'm like, guys, like how do you want me to have a job for CrossFit Canada if you can't be part of the only event that we're actually throwing? Like it's not going to happen. And it's not only for me, it's all the people that work for CrossFit and and the CrossFit games. Like you love to watch the CrossFit games. Well, like I'm sad to say it, but they need money to run the CrossFit games. So it's just like everything needs money. And if that's the little thing that we ask you, and you're actually going to have an amazing time, and you're actually going to push yourself, and all the workouts are always like, we see it, we're like, oh, this is going to hurt, but and then we do the workout and we're just like, how the hell did they think about that, and why are we so tired? I'm like, there's a process behind it. You need to understand it, and you need to just be part of it and give back to the community that gave you so much.
I I know I'm in an echo chamber, and I know I'm biased, but I still believe it. I don't think that there's any organization on the planet that's better for communities. Every single person who does CrossFit probably uses way less health resources. When they leave there, they're better people and they're offering more to their
Hmm.
community. They're the ones who, after you just worked out, you're more likely to help someone with their groceries in their car. You're more likely to drive more calmly,
Hmm.
more likely to be generous. You're just high on endorphins. And then on top of that, you're just a greater contributor. I see these as little epicenters of goodness that just pulse out goodness, and I just can't imagine. I think it's better than a church even. And I don't have the issue with the churches, but I I think maybe uh, everywhere else is not that. You know what I mean? That people don't leave the airport in a good mood. They're assholes.
No.
You know what I mean? I just see them as such valuable, and I like the way you're couching this, that you sign up for the open and you're giving back. because basically it
Yeah.
brings attention, more people see it. You feel closer to the community. You're more bought into the rah, 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 and it makes
Yeah.
you a better apostle for spreading at a time when, most places where you're spending your money are not helping. You know what I mean? You go to the store and you buy stuff and you've created that much more trash, or you're just not. It's so amazing. It's so underrated what we have here.
Yeah.
Um, there was something you said that caught my attention. Oh, I didn't know you worked for What you keep saying CrossFit Canada. What, you work for
Yeah.
HQ?
Yeah. So I'm the country manager for CrossFit Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations. What an
Yeah.
honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've started with Paul Tremblay a couple of years ago. I met Paul Tremblay through Michelle. So Paul called Michelle. At that time, Michelle de-affiliated the gym because she was super pissed about what was going on with her sport. Like at the end of the day, it was her sport, and she was proud of it. And so Paul Tremblay called her, and he was like, why did you de-affiliated the gym? And she was like, this is not something I want to do. I just want the attention that I de-affiliated the gym, so you guys change some stuff, which was a good thing, I feel like. And it made me see the difference of having a CrossFit affiliate and not a CrossFit affiliate. And I'm telling you, you should be a CrossFit affiliate because it was not going super well. But um, they kind of chat, and Paul asked Michelle. He was like I need to find someone to help me with the community and social media, and just someone that is good to bring people together. And she threw my name under the bus. I was super busy at the time. My kids were always with me, 2 and 1 years old, and Paul called me and he was like, apparently I need to hire you. And I was like, oh, I don't really want that job. And I was like, I'm super busy. I have kids. And he was like, yes, I know. Like the moms are super moms. And I think that Paul is like, he has 4 kids. You know what it is. And he's like, mom can do everything. So you can do it. And I was like, oh, okay, apparently. So I got in as like a support for Paul. And I think a year and a half after, he decided that he wanted to quit. So I got a step up to the country manager role for CrossFit Canada. Yeah.
Obviously you take this very seriously, and you're being the role model.
Yes, exactly. Daniel Sheffi, the first time I met him, he told me the best thing that you can do for CrossFit Canada is to run a gym that works, because people are going to trust what you do. People are going to trust you. They're going to come for you for advice, and you're going to
Mm.
prove them that CrossFit works.
Those credentials will
So
carry you.
exactly. So for sure, like the trust that those people had in me, which I was like, I don't even know how to run a gym without Michelle. And like I was a little bit freaking out. The trust that they put in me, and I think that the value that they saw in me, and I'm very just good with being around humans. They kind of helped me outgrow the gym more than they can even imagine, or even myself. And that's what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to make people understand that affiliate owners are in the game because they love humans, they want to give back, and they
Mm.
want to make you the best version. But to be able to do that, they need money, because how many affiliate owners that we see that are closing the gym, not because they don't like CrossFit anymore, it's just they're not able to make those people pay, and like they feel bad, and they're just so good human being that they're ready to push their limits to make sure that you are okay. But I wanted to change that mentality to them and be able to tell them like, hey, I've done it all. Like I watched the toilet, I coach all those hours, I've done all of this and this and that. But at the end of the day, like I want you to be able to do that for 20 other years. I don't want you to be able to do that for 3 years. So for me, helping affiliate owners, which is like the main part of the job, is one of the things I love the most, because I know that they're in there for the right reason. But at the same time, like I want them to be successful doing it and be fair, and just like giving out my ideas, giving out the experiment that I have, and the good thing that I did, the bad thing that I did. And after, the beauty of an affiliate is that they can do whatever they want with it. Like I'm not saying you need to do this and you need to do that. Is in my experience, this worked. In my experience, this didn't work. And then they could change some stuff. They can use whatever they want to make in their own. Um, but I feel like because of those people in every country that are a little bit like me, like they play the game, they want the best out of CrossFit Affiliate. I feel like we're growing a stronger community of CrossFit Affiliate, that they understand that at the end of the day, it is a business, but it's a beautiful business to be a owner of. So it's kind of cool to see them grow into that role of like, I don't want to be a jerk, but at the same time, this doesn't make sense. Good, let's go forward. So
Did
that's
you have
one
a
of the part
business
I love.
mentor? Did you have a business mentor, Kadi? No.
No,
You
no.
learned this all on your
Well,
own.
yes and no. In terms of like, I've been to with CrossFit Canada since I'm alone at the gym. So
Mhm.
just talking to different affiliate owners, just um being around like Daniel Shafi, Ollie, like being in those HQ meetings, you hear all of those stuff, you think about all of those stuff. It makes you push yourself always and always, because I wasn't like alone. So I didn't have a mentor, but I wasn't alone because I was talking to this person, and then you get on a call with a 14 years affiliate owners, which he's going to give you like, oh, this has happened, and maybe I'm not at that spot, but when I'm going to get there, I'll be like, oh yeah, he did this because of this happened. So they all helped me grow my gym. And one of the best example I can tell you is when I went to a summit in Moncton. I was there, and at CrossFit Moncton, Kevin, who's the affiliate owner over there, he like, I was in his gym, and I was like, hey, what's that? So I could see like a big banner of like a real estate person, and so I'm like, hey, like what's all of that like in your gym? And he's like, oh, like I make them pay $1,000 to be in my gym for a year. They put their banner there, and look, I think he had like eight. So he's like, this is the money I use to um, uh, by the affiliation every year. So like every year I ask them if they want to give that money back. And I was like, that's nice. Going back home, I'm like, like I like the aesthetic of my gym. Would I just let people hang out their banners? Like, who are they? Like everything. So walking into that idea of just like asking question, walk back, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see if there's anyone that wants to be my partner. Like, you're not a sponsor, you're my partner. Like, I'm your partner, you're my partner. So sending an email to all my community, I'm like, hey guys, if you have a small business and you want to be a partner at Deka, don't really know what's about it right now, but like, if you think you would like to be a partner, hit me up. First year, I got 15 people that signed up. Turns out, like, I made them pay $800 to be on that big banner. So $800, 15 times, right in. The only thing I told them was I would put their logo in. Obviously, I did more because I felt so bad having all those money coming in. Second year, 28 partners signed up. It
Wow.
was crazy.
Hey, and you know, uh, someone I know was building an app. I don't know what happened to it, but when if I wanted to take my kids to a doctor, I would want to take them to a CrossFitter. If I had a plumber coming to my house, I would want him to be a CrossFitter. If I like,
Exactly.
I like
That's exactly it.
because I know their
The
mentality.
mentality.
If I had a real estate agent, I would know that the hardest, most trustworthy real estate agent would be a
A
CrossFitter.
CrossFitter.
And
Yeah.
my buddy was building this app so that professionals in areas, whether they're math tutors or
Yeah.
doctors or gardeners, but where the CrossFitters could post, and then you could go to your area so that you could
Hmm.
just hire um,
Yeah.
a
That's
CrossFitters.
cool.
And I know people who do that, who buy real estate too. They'll want to buy real estate in, let's say, a state, 5 states over. They'll call a CrossFit gym and they'll be like, hey, do you have a mortgage broker who trains there and a real estate agent?
Yeah.
And he'll work
Well,
with them. Yeah.
I was
That's
doing it
brilliant. That's
without.
brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I was still doing it like without having partners, in terms of like, people would ask me like, hey, like, who do you take for your grass? And I will be like, oh, like, look, man, this is the guy, and like just chat. Like, I was doing it before. So obviously I wouldn't do that program the first year I opened a CrossFit gym, because at people don't even know the relation I have, or like
Right.
I was already the person like giving 5-star review before that program. I was
Right.
already that person that would go and get like a massage to that person and just be like a very good consumer of the people in my community. And I
Right.
think that's kind of it, without me thinking about it, but it kind of built those relationships where people knew that I was going to talk good about their business and I was going to be the number one fan. And on top of everything, I'm an ambassador for Lululemon, and they showed me how to be a perfect ambassador. So I'm not paid to tell you what Lululemon is. I'm an ambassador. Like I trust in their value. I am driven by their value. I wear the clothes. If I don't want to wear their clothes, I'm not wearing the clothes. They kind of build me into being the best ambassador for probably any company, because I've been doing it for 10 years as well. So people, they had that trust that I would make sure that the money that they're giving to the gym is going to be either like I bought a sauna last year. That like last year I bought an outside rig. We redid all our outside space like super clean. So they know that I'm not going to take that money and just go buy myself a car. Like I'm probably going to raise my coaches. I'm going to be probably putting it back to the gym, and I'm going to make sure that they get their money back from what they paid to the gym. So it blew my mind how many people that actually like trusted that program. But
Yeah.
it's stuff like that where I wouldn't thought of. Like I didn't need a mentor. I just needed to ask the right question to the right people, or just actually be curious about what other affiliate owners do to build that into my kind of idea. Yeah, there you go. So we did a couple of and like they all have their official video on our platform. We don't have that much people following Deka, but we still have kind of a good following base. So it's good for them. It's different people looking at their business. So
Is
yeah,
this the
yeah,
outdoor? Is this
yeah.
this is your gym?
No, no,
No. Oh,
no, no,
okay.
no. This is when we went playing hockey, and I was kind of good.
Oh. Oh.
No, the outdoor is a little bit further because right now it's full of snow. So you'll have to scroll down. But this is the sauna that we have. You can see the girl putting water in the sauna.
Do you know who
The
Valerie Voberl is?
Yes, of course.
You don't look like her, but you look like you could be her sister.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
We get
From
that a lot.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, from certain angles. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
At one
So
point, I'm like, "Oh, Valerie trains at her gym." Oh, no.
no, no, she comes
That's
to do
Cari.
the L1 and L2, but yeah. You're probably gonna see the rig. So yeah, it's just like it's I feel like people don't understand, like, oh, you see, yeah, that's
Oh,
the
that's
outside.
nice. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
they build the outside. So it's kind of a competition rig that I bought. And these guys that did the competition rig, like they're partners at the gym as well. So it was giving back to them too. So it was pretty cool to have that at the gym. Yeah.
I'm assuming
Huge, huge
in the
space.
winter that can't be used, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of a stupid, but
No, no,
I
it's
wanted a
cool.
competition rig outside, but yeah, it's a 6 to 5 months use, but still people are happy. Like they like to train when it's nice outside because we don't have that all year long. Um so yeah, so I feel like I don't need a mentor just because I'm not afraid to ask question, oops, sorry. There you go. I'm not afraid to ask question and get inspired by other affiliate owners. And this is what I'm trying to make them understand, that being part of a community is actually helping each other. So don't be afraid to tell your weaknesses and tell your strength, and just ask question and grab some. And when we do roundtables at the summits, those are the moments that affiliate owners love the most. And they're the moments that people actually learn the most because they're ready to ask the right question about their problem right now, or like what are you paying your coach, and like what do you do for those kind of situation, and do you have a CrossFit Kids program, how did you start your CrossFit Kids, and how did you enter your mom program. So it's all of those stuff that when you actually want and get curious and ask question, you can all take all the information and then bring it back and make it yours. So that's how I actually grew the gym in the last couple of years.
Um, I'm a licensed realtor in Connecticut, 30 years, just saying in case anyone needs advice. Jody Lynn. Thank you, Jody. Um, if you were to give advice, if a gym owner came up to you and said, "Hey, I'd like to really have the open be successful this year and I want to get a lot of signups in my affiliate," what's the first piece of advice you'd give them?
I will tell them, "Are you excited about the open?" So I feel
Mm,
like it goes to how the affiliate owner feels about it. Like you can't sell something that you don't like get excited or like. So first, if they are, I feel like this morning I give them again like a tour of like what's the open, why are we doing the open, why are we part of a CrossFit community, what did CrossFit bring to your life. So I feel like talking to your community, talking to your coach, make sure that your coach are aligned with why the open is important. Like my coaches know that when people are doing the open, they can actually sell more private because people are just going to be like, I really want to be RX this year and I can't get
mm,
my bar muscle up. So they know
mm,
that if people are signed up for the open, they're gonna sell
mm,
private
mm.
prior to the open. And and the other thing is like they know that it's good for a retention. Like they know that the people that do the open are staying at the gym, so it's good for their job, it's good for the gym. So just to make sure that you have those table aligned with like why are we doing the open and why in our gym is it important to have it. And if everybody's aligned and everybody's ready to kind of go forward, then just make it the best part of the year. Like hire a DJ. If you don't have the money for it, ask someone of your community if he wants to like do a trade of like come and put some good music or be like on the microphone and just make the ambience a little bit more like happiness and not performance. And you're probably going to see how it can change your mentality in the gym and how people will sign up. Just make an event out of it.
What I'm hearing from you, first and foremost, the affiliate owner who has to be really passionate and excited themselves. Like, hey, check yourself, do an inventory of your own shit. Are you really pumped
Mhm.
up to do the open? Can you get yourself to that point? And then from there, it'll be that's like, that has to be the foundation. And
Mhm.
obviously, you're exuding that.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like if you're
People want
not
to
like
make their gym owners happy. People want to make other people happy. Yeah.
yeah, and if you think that it is important for CrossFit and it is important for your community and that you strongly believe that it's going to make your people fitter or stay longer. And when I say that, it's not only for the money, it's I actually want my people to stay in CrossFit as long as they can because I know they're healthy doing it, you know.
Right. Right.
So when you have that mentality, it's so much easier to just tell people like I want you to sign up for the open because I want you in my gym. I want you to see your evolution throughout the years, and this is what I want from you. And it's super easy, and it's not even like a, a contest of like who gets the most people to sign up. It's just care about your people. And I tell affiliate owners all the time, like if for you it's a headache, you don't like the open, people get crazy, you have people crying, people get angry at each other because they got no reps and like it's a lot for you, don't do it. For me, it's either you do it the right way, you do it all out, or you just skip that period of the year and you go forward. Because if you start to have a couple of athletes doing the open, that it's always like the best athlete in your gym, then you're going to show your community that it's only for good athletes. You're going to give them more attention, and it's not going to be good for your gym all year long.
Kari, we're lucky as a community to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It
Yeah.
was really nice to speak with you. And I was happy that we kind of have something going on with our kids too.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you very much. I look forward to running into you. Thank you for all you do, all you contribute to humanity, civilization, to the growth of mankind. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for giving us a platform to talk about it. Really
Yep.
appreciate it.
Anytime. Good to meet you.
See you soon.
All right. Bye. Have a
Happy
great day.
open.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.
CrossFit Deka. Kari. 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 I say it like I'm French. Say it like I'm French. Wow. Powerhouse. Powerhouse. Oh boy. CrossFit Games update show today. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's gonna be a doozy. Thanks, Heavy. You're welcome. The open registration is open now. Oh boy. Very interesting. Very interesting morning. Very interesting morning. So many text messages, so many DMs. I got this thing going on. I need help with. By the way, I woke up this morning. I weighed 154.8. I can't even believe it. Last night, like this carnivore thing is crazy. Uh, it is nuts. I don't know how long it's been. I asked my wife yesterday how long I've been doing it. She said 2 weeks. Last night, even before I went to bed, I must have eaten a pound of steak, and I have all these avocados I've been picking off my trees and keeping in brown bags. And so last night there were like 8 that ripened, and I just ate 2 avocados and probably a pound of steak before I went to bed. And I woke up this morning, I weighed 154.8. I can't remember the last time I've seen below 155 on a scale. Uh, you look svelte. Any cravings? No. What I did was I did a 36. I stopped eating on a Saturday night and then didn't eat again till Monday, and then I had all this tuna around, and basically all I've been eating is meat and pickles. I've probably had a 8 persimmons. I know those are pretty sugary and calorically dense with carbs in this 2 weeks. I've eaten probably like 3 jars of pickles. I've been eating sauerkraut. I think that's what it's called, sauerkraut. Pickle. Like I just throw it on top of the tuna or the meat I'm eating. I've probably eaten a head of cabbage. Um, I had 1 glass of milk, like somewhere in there during the week, a small glass, like a 6-ounce glass, little tiny kitty glass. I've had a little bit of heavy cream and a midday coffee. But I've been just like, and I know Greg says eat when you're hungry, don't when you're not, but I've been eating even when I'm not hungry. I feel very apathetic though. I'm not tired at all, but I'm just not motivated. Like I'm very content, just like chilling. Uh, I forced myself to run 2 miles on the treadmill the other day, but most of my workouts have gone to shit. Um, like I told you the other day, I just did a 135-pound squat clean, 1 strict L-sit muscle up for 10 rounds, and that was my workout. I mean, I don't even, uh, sauerkraut on tuna. Is that what it is? Sauerkraut? I think, um, let me look at what it is. My wife has been buying me jars of this shit. It is crazy. I posted a picture of it. But I do have a problem that I need to talk to you guys about. Fermented, yeah, raw sauerkraut. Yeah, this is basically like I'll have this anywhere from 3 to, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a day. I eat a oh, why isn't it coming up? Oh, the hell? See the picture up in the corner? How come that picture won't come up? I can't share a screen? Hmm. Oh, that. This is basically that's it. Getting in your daily dose of mercury. Yeah, this and my wife cooks so many steaks, and I use 2 different forks. I don't put I put 1 fork for the sauerkraut and 1 fork for the tuna because I don't want them to get mixed up. There's the persimmons in the background, just getting old because 'cause I'm not eating them. I just can't believe it. Sebon eats like a first generation immigrant. Yeah, that I get that. I haven't been eating any nuts, but I've probably had 20 avocados. Like one day I had like 6 whole avocados to myself. Um, did you get that tuna from Marshall's? I think I just got it off of Instagram. My taste buds have totally changed. Like the salt is crazy. Like I'm like after a workout, I just want to drink pickle juice. It's nuts what I'm craving. But no carbs. Not even at night when I get tired. It's so weird. No, I don't eat any. I haven't had any nuts. No, no nuts. Can you kick my ass? I don't know. What was I gonna look at? Where I need to find your Instagram. Do you get vinegar? Do you get the vinegar sweat? No, but I also bought a bottle of um apple cider vinegar, some organic apple cider vinegar, and I just made it my goal just to drink that bottle. So every day I've been doing like I don't know 4 tablespoons of that, and I've been taking some vitamins that Fit Aid sent me like a year ago. I forget what it is, like B or D or some shit. Um, yeah, it's a trip. Oh, and I'm taking some probiotic. I just figured while my system is clean, I might as well dump some shit into it. Uh, yeah, standees are still lots of standees. D2, K3, yeah, maybe something like that. It's something weird. It makes your pee like uh uh just yellow as all get out. Um, eat like an Olympian. If you train more, you'd probably look like killer. I can't. I don't know if I can train anymore. Anyway, so this is what I wanted. I needed your guys' help on. Uh, I got this issue in my groin where basically the inside of my quad attaches to my torso right along my balls. And that thing is so sore that I can't even really like. I woke up this morning, I could barely even squat. I don't know how. I don't know if it's I don't know what's going on. It's so weird. This movement, this this movement, when you stand with your legs apart and you go off to one side and kind of do like those sideways, like that thing on that one side is fucked up. I don't know what happened. Um After I did Chad a couple months ago, I started noticing some pain there whenever I was like laying on the couch with my legs crossed. I noticed some pain there. Like some wire in there. It's that big, huge, thick wire that's in there that comes off of your quad or your thigh and goes like vanishes into your ball sack. That thing is crazy, crazy sore. Like I can push on it and it hurts. I don't know I don't know what happened. It's only on that right side. It's been I've felt it and been aware of it for about a year. After that Chad, it got really weird. It almost feels like when I cross my legs like that, like that leg's gonna pop out of the hip. Not like in a severe way. But this morning, and I've been able to just push through it, but now uh uh now I don't know. Today I'm definitely not gonna be able to push through it. It feels like it's gonna have to be just all upper body day. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like there's something someone could tell me to do. Like, I remember one night, I don't remember what was in pain, but I was in so much pain, and Chase FaceTimed me and he had me roll a 45-pound barbell back and forth across my quad, and then all the pain went away. No, I don't think it's a hernia. It's a wire. It's one of those wires, like a tendon or a ligament or something. It's one of like you have those wires in places, like you have one right here, like you have that really thick wire, or you have one on the back of your ankle. What's that one? The Achilles. It's like one of those wires. It is fucked up. That's your IT band. It is jacked up, whatever it is. IT band. Let me see. No, it's not on the outside like that. Maybe it's something on. It's not on the outside. It's on the inside. But it vanishes underneath my ball sack. Yeah. God, I really wish you'd change your name. I really wish you'd change your name to something. You probably need a new radiator. Uh, the gracilis. Let me see the gracilis. Gracilis. Yeah, abductor brevis. Yeah, it's like that thing. Um, abductor longus. Yeah, the abductor longus, like that. Primarily refers to the gracilis muscle, a long, thin thigh muscle on the inner thigh that helps with hip abduction. Yeah, just lifting, like laying on my, like even just like lifting that leg up, lifting that right leg up, something happens that it doesn't want to do it anymore. Like that hurts so bad. Foam roll it. I don't know if I, excuse me, I don't know if I even know what that means, foam roll. But I should be, can't I just take that barbell like Chase said and just roll it on that thing back and forth? Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. The femoral area gets strained when overcompensating for weaker trunk during strict gymnastics, isometrics. So I guess that would make sense why oh yeah, it sucks. This thing is gonna really be bothering me, I think. That's why I guess why Chad got fucked up from doing Chad. Is that strict isometrics, step ups, 1,000 step ups. Teabag a heavy kettlebell. Thanks. And my dentist would love that. I agree with Jake. You're weak. Don't smash your balls. The barbell rolling is the shit, especially when the barbell is cold as fuck. Yeah, that thing that Chase had me do, whatever. I can't remember what my problem was, but I think maybe he hadn't. Yeah, that thing made everything go away right away and never came back. Like the next morning, I was all healed. It was like magic. I was gonna suggest the barbell in the crease of your groin. Yeah. Looking forward to the Connor Felt saga this weekend. I think Taylor does the workout this tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. The young lady, from the Be Friendly podcast had some things to say yesterday. People keep sending me all these clips, and it's a trip because when I talked to her on the phone, she's very, very angry. Brooder. She's a brooder. Do you guys know what brooding is? She broods. And she brooder. What's a brooding? Warm, safe space? Nope, not that kind of brooding. Brooding. Showing deep unhappiness of thought. Yeah. In a dark place in her mind. She's in a dark place in her mind. And when I was talking to her, it became very clear that she was one of those people that couldn't distinguish between her thoughts and reality. Like she has like a not a fun brain. like just just really dark, unhappy brain. And I we were talking. She called me on the phone after there was a I think it was a Kill Taylor podcast or something. I don't even really remember, but there was a bit, a joke bit that was done on her. She said, "I don't care where the money comes from," and I think the joke is that she takes Hawala money or something. And I asked Taylor, I didn't never heard that term Hawala, what Hawala was, and Hawala money is like, I still don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like crypto for terrorists. Hawala money, Hawala. Hawala is an ancient trust-based system for transferring money across borders outside of formal banking, relying on networks of brokers. I still don't know what it is. It moves funds using codes, not cash. I still don't know what it is. Anyway, I don't know what it is. And so I guess I don't know what's happened to her, but I guess she's had a few incidents in her life that were um she used bad judgment and ended up with some fucked up guys. That's what I'm hearing, allegedly. And so she was hurt or she was put in precarious situations. I don't know. But but turned whatever happened, either she was damaged goods and it reasserted her position as being damaged goods, or it damaged her. But she's clearly damaged goods, and clearly her radar is like way off, right? So she's attracting people that hurt her into her lives, um and she's pissed and she's looking for other people to project that onto, right? Acts from a place of fear. It's pretty clear. And when I was talking to her on the phone, basically in a nutshell, at the end of the conversation, she said, "Hey, please don't bring this up." Even though she's not a warm or nice person at all. She's not a civil human being. I've even met her in person, and there's no whatever she has against me. She wasn't willing to put it aside and just like address me as a human straight on. She's weird. She's caring. She's living that fear. And when she talks, she acts like her thoughts are real. So it's very difficult to communicate with her. She thinks her thoughts are reality. She's not like out here. And so we were talking on the phone, and she said, "Hey, please don't bring this up because it's just going to draw more attention." Even though it wasn't I think she hung up on me. It wasn't and I wasn't being an asshole at all. I was very warm and kind and listening and engaged. I was fully engaged in the conversation. And then she hung up on me, and she didn't like what I was saying. She's clearly the person who's always gotten everything she wants. Do you know what I mean? It was like talking to a little kid. It was like she wanted something from me, like I don't know what it was, like some sort of acquiescing or bending the knee to her reality. And since I wouldn't bend to it and I kept questioning it, she got pissed and hung up. Um, so, but before she hung up, she said, "Hey, please don't bring this up because I don't want any more heat." And I said, that was the one place I did acquiesce. I was like, "Okay, I'll never bring this up again." And I at that point, I was kind of like, it was kind of like I had caught a fish and I pulled it out of the water and it was too small and I was just going to throw it back. It wasn't like, you know, uh, there wasn't any meat on the bone, and she wasn't up for the challenge of whatever the entertainment value or educational value or whatever value could come from a public discourse between us or private. She just wasn't, she wasn't there. A small fish. So I never brought it up again. I just avoided. I was like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I guess a more direct to say she wasn't a worthy adversary. And so I was kind of surprised that she rehashed it all again. I don't know where that fits into the psychological profile that she's like begging for more abusive attention because she needs it because that validates her victimness. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. Um, just let Mesa do Mesa. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like. It would be so easy to go scorched earth on her, but her psychological profile. It's kind of like throwing rocks at a monkey that's in a cage at the zoo. Do you know what I mean? Let's say a monkey threw shit at you and it was in a cage at the zoo. And you don't throw rocks back at that monkey. And so she's like she's caged herself and now she's throwing shit and it's kind of like I don't know. None of it makes any logical sense to me. Except that she's just damaged goods and needs like you know when people say just the most preposterous things like those like accusing someone of crossing the street is being racist and you're like how the fuck do you know why they're crossing the street and it's just all in your head. That's her. um I I don't know if she said anything bad about me, but she's mischaracterizing the situation. Um, what did she say? She's mischaracterizing the situation. Like, someone sent I don't know. I don't know if how I'm not going to be able to. I, I want to address it, but if I don't want to go into it in such a way that I just like uh pull her out of the water and leave her on the fucking pier at the beach and the fish drowns. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to lead like I just don't like I don't know if she like what would be the point of going scorched earth on her? She's not even out here. She's not looking like for like a solution. She's looking for a validation of her victimness. And so I don't know. I haven't decided how to play it. Does that make sense? I mean, she's off her rocker. Sevon doesn't represent the open. The open uh is a competition open to anyone on earth. Well, thank you. Uh yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't represent the God, I'm the farthest thing. I've done the open twice in my life, 3 times. I will say this, just to be really clear, because the low IQ group is misrepresenting. No one cares whether you do the open or not. That is not what's going on. That's not what happened last year. People weren't like, no one cares whether you do the open or not. People were excited for people to do the open. Like I think Kadi explained it really well. It's a good way to give back. It's a good way to challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone, blah, 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 blah. The reason why last year we were slinging shit at people who didn't do the open was because they explicitly said that them not doing the open was boycotting. They laid the foundation for why they weren't doing the open. But like, I don't care if you do the open or not because you're a pussy or not a pussy, or you spent your last $20 on crack or fentanyl. Like, I don't care. No one cares. No one's ever cared if you do the open or not based on whether you're loyal to CrossFit or not. That's not what it is. The foundation and the premise was set by those fucking people who were like, I'm not doing the open because I'm boycotting. That's the thing. That's what we're making fun of. Oh, you're not doing the open, you're boycotting. Cool. Now we know who you are. But no one cares if you actually do the open or not. In the sense of like it's not like a bad character trait, or it's not like something anyone would go after you for. Either do it or fucking don't do it. But if you're doing it because you're boycotting, that's the part we're fucking picking at. We're like, oh, you're boycotting, huh? Those are the people we're fucking with. And to not know that distinction, like, dude. So, um, I mean, if someone, what is that? That there's something called suicide by cop, where you go somewhere and you act like a jackass and wave a gun around, and then the cops come and shoot you and they killed you. So it's suicide by cop. That's kind of like, um, that's what this girl is doing. I think she just like needs like the people who really want to believe racism is out there. We've seen it for the last 10 years. They're like searching for it fucking everywhere. That guy crossed the street. I didn't get hired for this job. I was pulled over by the cops because I'm brown or black. Like all that shit. Like she's doing that, but like her something in her's itching. Like something has happened to her that she wants to relive in life. And so she's kind of begging for that abuse or something again. And I don't really want to give it to her. Like, get it from Brian. Is boycotting the open a bad thing? That's not for me to decide. What if you love Lazar and wanted CrossFit to accept some responsibility? Is a reasonable stance? Not my thing, but I just get it. Yeah, I think that they did accept responsibility, but yeah, no, you can boycott away, but we can also fuck with you for boycotting too. At that point. At that point, basically, you have to think of it as we want to support CrossFit, and if there's people who want to boycott it, then they're fair game to make fun of. Like, hey, you're taking a stance on something. Okay, we'll take a stance on making fun of you. I hope she does. I hope she doesn't get it from Brian. No one deserves that misery. All right. I'm going to try to get Taylor on to do a show before the CrossFit Games update show today. Talk about the politics in the world. Current events with Taylor and Sevon. All right. Thank you, Kadi. Kadi from Canada. Great show. And I will see you guys later on this evening. It's gonna be a doozy. And I can't promise that that someone doesn't take an ass pounded in that show. All right. Make sure you talk about Canada later. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.